Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC 261, as well as some additional new, or I guess as you know, recent MMA news and my thoughts on it. And so anyhow, yeah, quick rundown of the main card of UFC 261, which was amazing. And it was Usman versus Masvidal rematch, part 2, for the UFC welterweight championship. And this is a post-fight rundown of the main card with my afterthoughts as always, so let's get started. So to kick off the main card in the light heavyweight division, we had Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Crute. And it was TKO, doctor stoppage, round 1, well basically at the end of the first round. Jimmy Crute could, according to the doctor, barely move his legs. I mean, he had trouble standing. And I could see the argument from Jimmy Crute that, you know what, I want to keep going. But he did look like he couldn't really move too well. And Anthony Smith was getting the better of him. And had it gone to his second round, a third round, it probably just would have been more and more lopsided for Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith looked good. Now he has back-to-back wins in the UFC after going through a losing skid. And can't wait to see more of Anthony Smith. I'm an Anthony Smith fan. I've liked him since Strikeforce. And it's great to see him back. And sorry I counted him out early on. But anyhow, yeah, this was a fun, exciting fight. Then, in the middleweight division, we had Uriah Hall defeat Chris Weidman, former UFC middleweight champ. TKO leg injury, just 17 seconds into round 1. And Uriah Hall didn't even throw a strike. He just basically checked a kick from Chris Weidman. And, Weidman snapped his leg on it, and it was a brutal snap. Very similar to the Anderson Silva snap. And so Uriah Hall wins TKO, technical knockout, in the first round. And Dana White, according from what we saw the post-fight, said that set the record for no strikes landed in winning by finish for Uriah Hall. And it's not Uriah Hall's fault. These things just happen. And I don't think Dana White meant any sort of disrespect by it. And I thought it was interesting, very interesting how that panned out. And then also just, I watched these first 2 fights on my cell phone at an airport, being stranded in the Denver airport, which I'll get to later. And then, I was like, this card is just banging to get started. Then we went into the women's flyweight title fight. Valentina Shevchenko defending against Jessica Andrade, and it was TKO elbows, round 2 victory for Valentina. And this was a very exciting fight. And this one I watched in the hotel room in Denver, which again I'll get more into. Then we went into the women's strawweight title fight with Zhang Weili defending against Rose Namajunas, and this was a KO head kick, round 1, minute and 18 seconds. This was a great fight. And then we went into the welterweight main event for the UFC welterweight championship. Kamaru Usman defending against Jorge Masvidal in the rematch, and it was KO punch, round 2. And I think Jorge just let his hands down too much. And there's a couple moments excuse me, where it looked like he was showboating. And Usman really kept his pace, and they both landed some good shots in the first round. But this was a very exciting main event, even though in my opinion it was insanely predictable. I think this fight was very lopsided in my opinion. I think Jorge is a great fighter, but Usman's just on a whole nother level. But yeah, now this feud's out of the way, and I can't wait to see Colby versus Usman, or if Colby ends up not fighting for one reason or another against Usman, which I don't see why not. Whoever else is next in line will be exciting to watch. Anyhow, yeah, and the Valentina fight, she got great takedowns in that first round. Anyways, this was a great main card, and watch the replay if you missed it. This is one of the greatest pay-per-view events of all time, minus I would say the predictable main event. Other than that, great main card. And I'll do another episode, a separate episode, about my whole watching this in Denver scenario. Yeah, that was a story on itself, so I'll save that for another episode. And yeah, stay tuned for my pre-fight for Reyes versus Prokoska. I think I said that right. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name. But anyways, in the UFC light heavyweight division. Anyways, that wraps up this post-fight. Until then, see ya.